Good Friday morning, everybody. Chris Allen here on a finally Friday. Here we go into the weekend, this August 19th. Sam Channel weather sponsored by Ace Hardware Marketplace. Yesterday, we had a high of 87. Didn't feel too bad. It was a little warm, but the humidity levels still keeping kind of in check there. So we didn't get a lot of humid air. It felt warm, but it didn't feel hot and muggy. And today, we should feel pretty much the same thing. As you see, things are pretty quiet on the radar satellite this morning. A few patchy areas of fog, like we saw yesterday morning, especially around bodies of water and some of the hills and valleys. Later this afternoon, you see that broken line to the south of us laying right across northern Mississippi, Alabama, over toward Chattanooga, and then into the Smokies. That will be the trigger for maybe some pop up showers and maybe a thunderstorm or two this afternoon. Not everybody's going to get in on that, but the chance is certainly there, and the chances will be going up as we head into the weekend. Well, we're going to start this morning with those pleasant temperatures once again. It does feel nice outside with temperatures starting mainly in the low to mid 60s. You've got 61 down in Tompkinsville and Monroe County. Same for Adair County, 62 up in Hart County. Look at that, 59 this morning near Litchfield and Grayson County, 60 in Butler County, 62 here in Bowling Green. Well, there you are. I always forget to hit that first button. Okay, there it is. So you see, I'm not just making those numbers up. It's for real, and it does feel good this morning. Again, now today you will notice that there is maybe a little more humidity in the air with that trough being to the south of us. So, and with that trough and with that disturbance, we will begin to see, I think, some more showers popping up during the afternoon and evening hours. Not everybody's going to get wet, though. Here's a look at future temperatures. We start out with those pleasant 60s this morning, and we go again mid 80s. Like yesterday, we hit 87. I think we'll do that probably or come close to it again today. Tonight, upper 60s, mid to upper 60s, 68, 67, somewhere in there. And then we go back into the mid 80s tomorrow with a little better chance of getting some showers and thunderstorms during the afternoon and evening hours as we get a kind of a squeeze of systems coming in. We've got a couple of systems, the one that's parked to the south, and then a system coming in from the north that's going to put a bit of a squeeze play on southern Kentucky and the Mid-South region over the course of the weekend. It's certainly not going to be a washout, but you'll have to factor in some showers popping up from time to time. Here's a look at right now. Then we progress into the afternoon and early evening. Yeah, there's going to be these little scattered, isolated, stray showers that pop up. But again, majority of us will not see that. It'll just be hit and miss kind of activity. Then once we get past, 7, 8 o'clock this evening, they all fade away. But tomorrow we'll start mainly sunny to partly cloudy. And then by midday into the afternoon, here we go with the first good round of scattered showers and thunderstorms. And some of these, as you see there, may produce some briefly heavy rain, some drenching downpours, some lightning and thunder and gusty wind. Wouldn't even surprise me at all if we get one or two that turn strong or even marginally severe on the low end of severe. And that will continue as we go through the afternoon and evening hours and then mostly dissipate. Now, Sunday, I think, is going to be the better day for overall widespread rain and thunderstorm activity. We're just beginning to see it here on this model run, but it's far enough out that we're not seeing it completely covered here. But I do think we're going to see a lot more coverage of rain on Sunday and there could be some heavier rain, as I mentioned, with that round. So Sunday is the day that we're looking at heavier rain moving into the area. All right, let's take a look at the weather maps here, and we start with right now, and there's that extended trough that's trying to work its way through the area. Now, all of this you see down south of us is going to stay pretty much parked where it is. The boundary stalling out, so we get these little extensions of low pressure, this one coming right into Kentucky just in time for this next cold front coming in out of the upper Midwest and the upper plains that's going to work its way southward. And then we get incoming Gulf of Mexico moisture out of this extension of that low pressure. And notice nothing is moving down here, down south of us. If you're going anywhere south, it's pretty much going to rain all weekend, off and on. Then you've got what we call the monsoonal rains that's causing flooding from Las Vegas down to Tucson, Arizona, and New Mexico, and so forth and so on. And it's monsoonal season out west where they're getting a lot of flooding. So here we go into this afternoon, this evening, Saturday morning. Here comes that front to the west of us, northwest, stalled boundary to the south. The day starts dry, but then very quickly we're going to begin to see an increase in showers and thunderstorms, mostly scattered variety, but pockets of heavy rain and gusty winds, certainly not out of the question. And here's Sunday when we get the bulk of the rain. And then even into Monday, there's going to be a little bit of rain left over as these two fronts converge. You've got the stalled, parked front to the south, and here comes the front from the northwest. This one, as I mentioned yesterday, is actually going to dissolve into this system, aided by Canadian high pressure and another boundary. And then you've got this boundary to the south that's parked over the south, and there you see the dissolvement of that front and the one behind it, because this high pressure, Canadian high pressure, is rather strong. This is as we get into Tuesday, into Wednesday, and then here go into Thursday of next week. I think that's when we'll begin to see a tapering off of the shower activity. But between this afternoon and then, it's going to be a bit unsettled. Temperature wise, let's take a look. For the next 7 to 10 days, mid to upper 80s. And yes, the temperatures have come up a twinge. We were talking before that we would see a week of low to mid 80s, but with this boundary stalled to the south of us, and then we've got this incoming rain and thunderstorm activity, the temperatures have been modified a bit upward, but still, I don't see any 90s in here. We may come close. Somebody might hit 90 on one of these days when the sun stays out longer and you don't get any shower activity. It's possible, but you see the stretch here is mostly below normal, which is 90 or above for the middle and end of August. So we're getting a nice reprieve. This August is going to average, I think, a bit cooler than previous Augusts. Does that mean anything? It just means I still believe that we're transitioning into an early fall. As you speak meteorologically, if you will. So we'll see. We'll see. I mean, it's all right with me. I'm pretty much ready for it. Don't want no more hot, muggy days. No more 100-degree days. No more drought. Let's just move on and get it done. All right, you guys. I'm headed to the radio station as usual. Sam 100.7, starting at 6 o'clock this morning. Got a lot of good things to give away, and we've got a good show ahead for you. So hope you'll tune in. Classic hits of the 70s, 80s, and 90s. Sometimes I'll throw in some 60s, throw in some Beatles, throw in whatever. Just it's a Friday. It's a free for all Friday. Maybe I should call it that. A free for all Friday. Let me ponder that a little bit more. But in the meantime, thank you for watching this morning. Have a great Friday. God bless you, and I'll see you on the radio.